So, hello and welcome to MorningFile. I'm your host, Emma McCarty, and today I am joined with Andrew Mrozowski, the editor-in-chief of the Silhouette at McMaster University. So, to start this interview off, do you want to maybe just explain for those in the community that don't know exactly what the Silhouette is?
Yeah, so the Silhouette is McMaster University's oldest student service on campus. We've been around for 92 years, and we are the campus newspaper. So historically, the Silhouette's published once a week in print, and that has looked very different over the past 92 years. Recently, we've tried to make a jump into the online space. So when we think of the Silhouette now, we think of it more as a news platform. So we have our online website, we have our Instagram with some digital content on there, and then we still do the print. This year, we're looking to do print about once a month.
Yeah, so your annual Pride edition of the Silhouette just came out. What can people expect to find in there? What does that look like?
Yeah, so this is our first time actually doing Pride in print. It's something that I started last year when I was managing editor of the Silhouette. In February, we do an issue called Sex in the Steel City, and that one is typically focused on themes surrounding love, identity, kind of exploring who you are and self-acceptance. So I thought that really ties in strong with the ideals of Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
So last year, I wanted to kind of push the SIL in that direction, especially with the first wave of COVID-19. Like, definitely you felt the morale across the community. Both McMaster, Hamilton, and even the queer community was very low. So I wanted to kind of showcase a little bit of the good that was still happening. So this year, kind of took it in the same direction of showcasing some of the good that was happening, but also focusing in on some of the queer advocacy work that's going on. So a lot of the pieces this year, they kind of surround the topic of labels, around biphobia, around self-acceptance. So, and it's funny, like when we set out to do these special issues, sometimes we kind of have an idea as the head of the special issue, like this is where I want to take it, but you never really know what the theme's going to be until you get the contributors to send in their pieces. I have to say we have a lot of really great contributor pieces, people who this is their first time writing for the SIL. I would definitely say that this Pride issue is more towards the advocacy side of things, which is really exciting.
Yeah, it's awesome, especially because this platform is so large and diverse. So you can really expose people to a lot of different things that maybe they wouldn't have come across.
Definitely.
Yeah. So maybe what is your favorite article that came out in this edition?
Oh, geez.
It's a big question.
That one is tough.
Yeah.
I also wrote a lot for this issue. I would probably say,
Maybe what's your favorite article that you wrote, and then the favorite article you didn't write?
okay. So my favorite article that I wrote, I would probably say, and it's funny because it's not actually Pride related. It's my first sports article that I've ever written. I've been with the SIL for 5 years, and this is the first time I've written for sports. It's an article based on an initiative that the Marauders football team coaches started, kind of based off of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what those folks did over there. They created an apprenticeship to get more women coaches into the football community, football world. So I interviewed the guy who's heading that program, Corey Grant. We sat down, we talked about kind of their expectations, their hopes for the program, not only what the Marauders side is hoping to get out of it, but what they think the coaches are going to get out of it too. So that article I really liked. In terms of an article that I didn't write, I definitely think the standout piece in this issue is a news piece written, again, it's not really pride related, um, because really wanted to make sure that we're not just focusing on pride, but other issues that are affecting McMaster right now, or at least McMaster students. So it's a piece written by our news reporter, Amara Hashem Steele, kind of going into the last SRA meeting, where you have McMaster Hillel and McMaster SPHR spoke from the floor, which is kind of unprecedented, unheard of at an SRA meeting, where you have two student groups kind of talking from the floor, especially about such a big issue such as BDS at McMaster. So that one was really great. Especially, I'm sure everyone has seen a lot about the Israel-Palestine conflict on their Instagram stories, especially recently in the news. So that one was good because you're taking an international issue, but you're still able to bring it down to the McMaster community. And that's something the Silhouette's really been trying to focus on in the last couple of years. Amara did a really great job interviewing both sides, and hopefully kind of giving a fair platform to both.
Yeah, that's awesome, especially because I feel like the media, sometimes those issues go so untouched because they're so controversial, but it's great to really bring attention to them.
Exactly. And that's the one thing that the Silhouette tries to make sure we're doing, even if it is controversial, or if somebody kind of gives us a little bit of a stink for publishing about it. At the end of the day, we're the voice for McMaster students. So we have to make sure that we are voicing those concerns that they have.
Yeah. So you mentioned a little bit earlier how much of a shift over the 92 years print has taken. And obviously we're becoming more and more of a digital world. What's it like kind of working in a space like this where you have to adapt? And how are you guys adapting into a more digital platform?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think the best kind of way to look at that is to look at volume 91 last year. So last year we ended up doing 3 print issues. Obviously we wanted to do more, but there was nobody on campus, and it just wasn't safe to say, hey, yeah, go congregate around that stand to go pick it up.
Yeah.
That's something we really didn't want to tell students to do. So we did a very limited run of the 3 print issues that we did, but then for our presidentials issue, we actually did an online version of a print issue. So it's still the same amount of work on our end, but instead of sending it off to the printer, we just put it up on our issue website. So I think as we kind of go into the future, the SIL is going to really be focusing on that digital content creation side. Hopefully making some more videos, doing some more video interview stuff, and then maybe even putting more effort into doing those online issues, I think would be really great, because we're still able to lay out and get the artwork style that we want across in that kind of issue style, but you're still also getting the same content.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people say print is dead, but they've also been saying that for years and years now, and print is still very much alive. There's other student newspapers across Ontario that are still printing weekly. So I definitely think there's still room for print, but something that we really tried to focus on this year is to refine and hone in on what exactly makes the SIL great and what do we think students want to see. So pushing it into a more magazine style, but the same editorial content on the inside.
Yeah. Are you guys hoping to have more print editions as we maybe move hopefully back into campus life and in person?
Yeah. So we're planning on doing 1 print issue at the end of each month. And each one this year is going to have a special theme. So I can't really go too much into what those themes are going to be yet. I can tell you that our January theme is going to be presidentials based off the MSU presidential election. February is still going to be Sex in the Steel City. But yeah, our team is working on what that September issue is going to look like right now.
Yeah, awesome. So then I guess my last question for you, maybe to wrap this up, is just where can those who don't know where to find the silhouette go to check it out?
Yeah, so there's a few different places. You can grab a hard copy at any of the McMaster campuses. So just look for the gray silhouette stand. Currently, if you're in the Hamilton area, if you just go into the front doors of Musk, you'll see a stand right there. They're also at our downtown campus, smattered across businesses in Westdale, Burlington. You can also check us out online at thesil.ca or our Instagram, McMaster Silhouette, or our Facebook.
Thank you so much to Andrew for joining me today to discuss all things the silhouette. To check out the silhouette yourself, you can click the link below. And as always, for more content like this, you can visit cfmu.ca.